Good afternoon from the beaches of France as we switch our attention now to the men's draw. The Quiksilver Pro France now occupies the mid-afternoon here on the beaches of Plage Les Quilleneux. Big encounter, the first time Banting and Keanu Asing find themselves in quarter-final stage on the big platform of the Samsung Galaxy Championship Tour. Joining us in the early moments of this encounter, Banting, picking the right-hander here.
Banting up to the north, so this is our first customer moving 200-300 yards way up past the scaffolding. So a little bit of a risky call here, but he's obviously seen something he likes. So high risk, high reward, and two waves back to back. And taking on two pretty solid moves right there, a little lip glide, tail slide, and finishing off with a closeout snap. So not too bad for Banting. And we got Keanu Asing right in front. Now he's on that traditional left rip bowl, reverse current kind of going against it, but that tide is going out. But I think this is a good call for Keanu Asing because his backhand is vicious. That's definitely, the quality really comes out with that attack right there, and a couple of consistent turns from Keanu. So it looks like they're just sharing decent little starting waves there, but they'll want to get rid of it, Gigs. Carissa, Tatiana, Keanu, John. So Hawaii represented well here in France, but Keanu Asing, here he goes.
Well, Keanu, little steps on the face, but he's going to power through it as he did earlier this morning in his round 5 encounter. And that's a great chop as well. So keeping the momentum, he's on a great piece of equipment there. Never sell that board, Keanu. Keep it. That thing is flying underneath your feet.
He's fired up. That's one thing you can't accuse him of, is being just cruising on heats. He definitely brings it with the energy and the passion, and pretty relentless effort there from Keanu Asing. Repeated a series of slashes right there on his backhand. But what I like so much about it, again, this is a credit to Keanu for finding this wave. A little sneaky inside double up, but look at it grow. You can see that wave building into the channel. It's actually taller than when he first stood up. And now he's going to start to unload a little better with each snap as he goes down the line. And so, you know, if the judges keep it low, they might not be too satisfied with the repetition. But you can't deny the fact that he matched that board right in the, you know, that sweet spot right in the pocket. You know, it's not like he laid back there. He definitely, you know, put some power behind those little snaps.
But either way, these are career assisting results for both surfers in 2016.
Yeah, this is big. So a lot of work to get done here to get those valuable points. Once he gets that doll wound up, he just lets go of a bunch of backside snaps. So I don't blame him for sticking to this left. But I think if he steps it up, he'll look for a little variety.
Port Macquarie's Banting will spring to action here. Big open glide across the lip. Tight snap to start.
He's brilliant above the lip. He's consistent with making big airs and tail wafts, so I think he's looking for a specific wave. How's this angle right here from the drone? So there's that little tail drift, and then a little lip climb right there. So board is looking very frisky under Matt's feet, but again, I think he's looking for a specific wave that will allow him to, you know, get above that lip. So I would think that he's going to look for a ramp up there. Don't be surprised when you see him go to the air. Yeah, it's we're in a vacuum bag right now. There's not much wind at all. And here's a sneaky little double up for Keanu.
So splitting our attention now back to the southern end of the beach. Keanu Asing again, a little false start there. Already a 7th contribution. Banting also on his respective peak further up the beach has a little look. So swell still fairly consistent here, Ross, and we'll see another little rip bowl left offering for Keanu here, back to his work rate. Nice section, punches it. Quick gearing around the section, but he'll overgear it and he'll go incomplete.
And it is in the back of their head. I guarantee you, you know, when you get this deep in the event and you haven't been there before, you feel it. So they're definitely be fighting those nerves a bit.
We'll follow Keanu Asing here as he continues on the left rip. Little corner. You see he's already found a pair of 6s in this lineup, so looking to better that as he moves through the bowls here. Lots of little steps on the face there. And that one, well, what are you thinking at home? What are you thinking, Ross? In his top 2?
Well, what I'm thinking is Exhibit A for what we just talked about as that tide being a culprit for all that energy getting sucked out of that surf spot. What's going to happen with the lower tide? The right off of that rip bowl is going to become available. I think that's not a bad option. There's a little channel now in the middle. That's where Keanu just paddled across. And to the north is that long left that we saw yesterday. That's the left where Felipe went nuts with that big air. And there is the occasional right. That's the score that Matt Banting just got. So this is where Keanu just paddled across to, little left. The danger of this peak up to the north, it's straight. The sandbar is not really A-framing at all. It's pretty straight. So if the swell's not angled just right, it will be a closeout. So, you know, you have to be selective up there.
And now wave 3, possibly tempting Matty Banting to use the priority, and it does. So here we go. Bottom turn, and he flares that tail out as he's done so many times, and it'll go to incomplete. So pass the priority to Keanu Asing, and check the clock. Now 6:45 to go. In the southwest region, and we're going to pick straight up with live action interest from Matty Banting with just under 5 minutes to go. And he's going to start pulling those out. You warned about this, Ross. You said that that's going to be the game plan for Matty Banting, and he'll tick that little box right there.
And I think it's such a calculated move. It's a thoughtful strategy because that's the edge he has over Keanu. Correction, he already owns a 6.5, so he needs to obtain that score to help himself out. And one move, pretty corked out air there. Standard air reverse. Matt Banting does these in his sleep. Watch the ramp right here. He's going to hit it super clean. There's the click. Rotating towards the beach. Gets that perfect little coating right there with the landing. Just enough whitewash to coat it and, you know, soften the blow. He didn't land in the flats. So Matt Banting does those in his sleep, but the judges won't deny him. They'll give him some kind of score.
Numbers are checking in, and it's going to be just short of the hurdle. It's a 6.17. It's short of the 6.55. Ross, what are you thinking as Banting landed, possibly just spilling his center of gravity over the back of the board, possibly?
You know, I think that was a good score because it was a good air, but it wasn't crazy. To do to get a 7 or something like that with one move, you got to go big.
And young Hawaiian pulling a result by far his best, and well, Banting as well. One of them will settle for a 5th here in France, and Banting won't find any unlock to the formula there with now 1:45 on the clock. So tight moments here for the Australian. And it's not always has to be the biggest performances of the year that bring the most important results to the ladder. Banting still looking, unlocking, trying to unlock. We're down to 10 seconds here, Ross. You can see the disappointment. He knows that Keanu has battled him and won.
In Hawaii, Keanu Asing's nickname, Anu Boy, he is going to be so psyched, and all his boys back home got to be pumped.
Well, the biggest result for both of these surfers on their championship tour careers, but it will be an even bigger result for Keanu Asing over Matt Banting here. Matty Banting will settle for a quarterfinal finish here, 5th place, and he'll already be setting his sights on Portugal. Meanwhile, this man will be teeing up in the semi-finals, and you can bet it's going to be a massive encounter.